off Cliff and what's that fucking punk or
Not Galaxy, but
it's Cliff right at that holiday station.
Cliff and like Thomas Lane is what it would be, or something.
It's just east. It's about a half mile east of.
I know that Lifetime.
Johnny Cake.
I know that Lifetime well.
Yeah, that's where he used to work out at. Donovan McNabb in his 5 minutes as a Viking.
Mm-hmm. And 50 ground ball throws.
Erik,
my question to you guys: what are your keys to the game for both teams?
Tampa Bay's defense is going to come up big. This is the game of it's Tampa Bay's defense versus Pat Mahomes. Tom Brady can do what he wants against the Chiefs defense because honestly they don't have much. Chiefs have relied on Pat Mahomes outscoring every team this year. That's what they've relied on. So it's going to be Tampa Bay and their defense, a good pass rush, a good secondary, a good linebacker core versus Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and Tyreek Hill, the child pregnant wife beater. Fuck you, Tyreek Hill. Just going on record for saying that. That's why I don't want the Kansas City Chiefs to win. Is one, Kansas City doesn't deserve happiness.
Wasn't Tyreek Hill on your fantasy team?
Yeah, because y'all made him. I put him up as a bid, hoping y'all would take him, and nobody did, and I got stuck with that child-beating, pregnant girlfriend
like
beating asshole. Fuck him.
What about you, Brian?
Yeah, I would say that's a bad thing to do.
Yeah, but yeah.
I think the keys to the game is that each team is going to have the same mentalities that keep the ball away from each of the quarterbacks. So I think one of the things is whose run game is going to be more successful here.
So you take CEH over Ronald Jones or the other way around?
I'm thinking
or
like
Leonard
I'm thinking
Fournette.
even Leonard Fournette here. I don't know exactly who it is, but and I'm not going to make a prediction about it. I'm just giving a key to the game. I think it's whoever controls the ball the most and keeps the other offense off the field, unable to get any kind of rhythm.
Yeah, when the Raiders beat the Chiefs this year, right? It was basically Pat Mahomes was on the sideline for most of the game.
A lot of it here, yeah.
Yeah.
So again, I don't think there's a way that you can really stop like Kansas City's offense. The only way you can stop them is by not letting them on the field.
Yeah.
Control the
I
clock.
wouldn't take an interdivision early game as a good indicator of how to stop a team.
Well, again, I'm not saying it's a good way to stop a team, but
Yeah.
my thing is that I feel like whoever can, if one of these teams can dominate ball possession, they can essentially.
But you also got to
walk
think
out.
about Tom Brady and Pat Mahomes have met each other in the playoffs the last 2 years in the AFC Championship.
They did not play
They
each
did
other
not.
last year.
No,
That was 2 years ago. You're thinking
year
of.
two, yeah, 2 years ago.
But something to remember: Pat Mahomes led a comeback to force overtime, and again, Tom Brady walked down the field as he does, as the Patriots did then, and won the game. Opening drive, scored a touchdown. Mahomes never got a chance to take the field.
Exactly.
That's the thing. That's the key to the game.
Doesn't matter the rules. Shouldn't give up the touchdown then.
No, that's my thing is that Mahomes was there sitting on the sideline. That's the key to the game. If you can keep the other quarterbacks off the field.
And Tom Brady's been there, done that. He's got six
and
rings.
Not necessarily keep him off the field. Just don't let him get a rhythm.
He's got 6 rings on his finger. I think as much as it pains me to say this, I think Kansas City wins, but I really want Tampa Bay to win. I know everybody in America is, I'm sick of Tom Brady winning. But no, I don't want Kansas City and their fucking hillbilly redneck ass city ass dumbasses Keystone chugging ass city to fucking have a Super Bowl. You already got blessed by the fucking best quarterback to come around since Tom Brady.
Well, I think I think that Kansas City right now is just a perfect storm of coach, quarterback, receivers, talent.
Well, I was happy.
Just organizational, great GM who has not really missed on a whole lot of draft picks.
Well,
I was happy for Andy Reid. He finally got one last year. I'm happy
as a head
for
coach.
Him. Yeah, I'm happy for him.
That's the monkey on his back. Is as great as the head coach as he's been, he's never won that as a head coach.
But whenever Kansas City is denied any happiness, I'm fully erect, sexually gratifying sparks joy inside me.
I don't think you really talk about hillbillies and white
No,
beaters
Kansas-
and everything.
Kansas
when
City-
You're talking about Tampa Bay.
Kansas,
Just saying, Tampa's
like,
not
Tampa Bay is-
Tampa's not exactly cosmopolitan.
No,
down there,
but
too.
Kansas
And
City's
you
not
sit there
even
and you bring
redneck.
in
They're the,
Antonio Brown.
Take 2 steps out your house.
Antonio Brown's
They
one
take
of the
2
biggest
steps out of their house. They
And
probably
fuck
stepped on like
Antonio
3
Brown.
crack pipes.
Yeah.
Antonio Brown is not the
So he
the
doesn't
face of the
deserve a fucking Super Bowl
franchise.
either.
Antonio Brown gets like what?
Tyreek
5
Hill
to
is the face of the franchise.
Tyreek Hill is the face of wide receivers of the NFL. He is the number 1 wide receiver in the
Antonio Brown
NFL.
wasn't
And
for about 8 years.
Kansas City stood there and gave him a standing ovation
And
when
you're
he
giving
came back.
Antonio Brown right now a standing ovation.
No,
for
I
fucking
never
making
said
it.
I liked Antonio Brown. Never once did I say that I like Antonio Brown. Fuck him and fuck Tyreek Hill. Fuck them. Fuck Kansas City. I'm happy for Andy Reid that he finally got a Super Bowl. I feel like Kansas City's going to win, but I want Tampa Bay to win.
Yeah, I don't know.
Here's a
I'm gonna
bonus
go
question:
with,
if Tampa Bay does win, is Brady coming back next year?
Yes.
yeah, he's probably gonna play another.
I
3
think
or
I
4
do
years.
think he does fulfill the 2-year contract.
He already
signed.
said that he'll
Yeah.
play till he's 50. Now, will any team sign him
Yeah.
at that age? Probably, most
Why
likely
not?
not. No.
No, why not? You have teams playing
If
fucking.
his numbers
Ripien.
if his numbers decrease every year,
Again, the fact that he's even able to play at 43 the way he is incredible.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
he did throw 3 picks last.
he's like
week.
the Nelson Cruz
And-
effect. That age is not a factor at the moment.
I don't know. I think he's been getting kind of carried by his defense. But
Hey, still
Well, the
winning
defense,
games.
the defense carried definitely in the championship game.
yeah, that was.
Yeah, because he threw 3 straight picks, and the Packers went 3 straight 3-and-outs
Mm-hmm.
with a field goal in the third one. I
And
think,
nobody blames Aaron Rodgers for that loss.
which they should.
He doesn't. He maybe doesn't deserve most of the blame, but he deserves some.
Hey, you're the leader of that team. You're the leader
Yeah.
of the offense, and you failed to outscore the other team.
But we're just gonna
Somebody's
talk-
got to take some blame.
We're going to talk about the defense that picked off Tom Brady 3 times in the second half. We're going to talk about Aaron Jones fumbling a football that probably
2 footballs.
the one that he
2.
lost. The one that he lost.
Yeah, the first one went right to Robert Tonyan.
The one that he lost, probably 9 out of 10 running backs fumble the ball on that type of hit. Full speed, helmet on football as he turned upfield.
Yeah, that was. I would have fucking.
And again,
cried
nobody,
for
no,
3
yeah, just saying,
days.
and nobody was around there except the defense. So
Yeah, it was pretty.
Brian, let me ask you this as a Packers fan. Then, do you want to see more of Robert Tonyan next year, or do you want them to draft another, like, wide receiver threat? Saying that most likely Rodgers is coming back next
well,
year.
again, they have Adams and Tanyan as a tight end really kind of stepped up this year when they didn't really.
He's a red zone touchdown catching.
Well,
tight
again,
end.
they just didn't really have much in the tight end here, and they've got like 3 others on the roster, not even including Mercedes Lewis.
Yeah.
So they don't need to go find another tight end.
No, so
Um,
do you want?
They do have Valdez Scantling still. Again, he can do a speed receiver. Really can led the NFL, I think, in yards per reception. Again,
about
mostly
Lazard?
because every freaking one. He's a free agent, but probably can be brought back cheap.
Yeah, he'll be brought back cheap because he didn't really have that great of a year. So
It really depends on who you have at that spot because, again, like by that time, like, you know, again, like the top wide receivers, the top receiving threats are in the draft are like Devontae Smith, Jamar Chase, and Kyle Pitts. Those guys are all going to be gone probably even by pick 10.
where's Green Bay at? Like 27?
They'd be like 30,
30,
I
yeah.
think. So again, there's options there, but personally, I don't know because the weird thing is that Rodgers, if he doesn't trust a receiver, he will not throw that football to him under any circumstance.
Well, he definitely trusts Tanya, and he had 12
and
touchdown receptions.
and receivers have to earn that.
Yeah.
And he'll go back to it here. And again, Valdez Scantling in that championship game had Rodgers' trust. He went to him. And the prime example I use is look at Devontae Adams' first couple years in Green Bay. Find out how many times Rodgers really went to him.
2.
Not very. He was barely even the third option
2.
in his first couple years in Green Bay.
It was 2 times.
Granted, there was still Jordy Nelson, Randall Cobb there, but
His last name is the name for corn.
I'm still confused on why we're talking about a team that's on the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's
but-
kind of I mean, I kind of went down this rabbit hole, but you know,
Yeah,
he
I'm
proposed
sorry.
the question.
I'm sorry. I hung the carrot in front of the rabbit.
You know, cut and edit this out.
No,
cut and edit.
we'll leave it. It's
Well,
fine.
We'll leave it.
Okay, we'll
Well-
cut and edit this part where I say cut and edit.
All right.
but-
Anybody want to take Super Bowl bets?
well, I think or just predictions
Yeah,
here.
let's
How
do,
about that?
let's do predictions.
James, as the host of the show,
As
what is your prediction?
as much as it pains me to say, Kansas City will win. It's going to be a high-scoring game. I say 35-31.
That was about what maybe last year's was, wasn't it? Score-wise?
Yeah,
Yeah,
with
it
the
was
Niners and
Yeah.
Chiefs, yeah.
It was about like
Something around there.
31 to 20 or yeah,
Yeah.
it was something like
I'll
that.
say
so.
35-31
Okay.
Chiefs, even though I want Tampa Bay to win.
What you, Brian?
Well, somehow I can see this being like a very low-scoring affair. I don't think that's
Fuck
going to
you.
happen, but I can somehow see that happening. I would not be surprised.
Like
but I would-
Atlanta, not Atlanta.
Maybe not as low as like the Patriots-Rams one.
Yeah, the Patriots Rams.
No,
yeah,
maybe not as
You
low as
won't
that
see
one,
that
but like
again.
but maybe for what we're expecting, like I could see like 21-17
yeah, that would be low scoring
for
with
like
these-
what we would expect out of these teams. But I think I think James has got a pretty good score there. But for those of us who know James and I as friends, there's always got to be a subtle difference. It's going to be
Mine is larger.
one is slightly larger than the other.
One is slightly to the right than the other.
One curves, one draws.
What does it draw? Does it draw ponies? I'm looking for a nice picture.
Okay,
of a
back on
horse.
topic.
Fuck you.
34.
back on topic.
28, to paraphrase John Denver, country roads, take Mahomes.
Get the
fucking kidding me?
fuck
Kansas
outta
City
here with
Chiefs.
that. Get the fuck out of
You
here.
liked
with
it.
that.
You liked it, and you just hate it because you didn't think of it.
I hate myself for liking it. I hate myself for liking
Okay,
it.
Eric
And-
is.
So, Eric, what's your prediction?
Yeah, well, I let Brian actually read some of my notes a little bit earlier. And it's kind of interesting because my predictions are kind of similar to his. I had the Chiefs at 34 and the Bucks at 28.
I swear to God, I was only trying to be slightly different from James. I didn't actually think of that. Yeah.
I don't know about that. I think he's looking into a.
He's looking into something. All right, somebody plug something. Anybody want to do any bets? You want to bet an Irish car bomb on this? You want to bet a beer chug?
Yeah, I'll do something.
I'll bet a beer chug.
I'll take Tampa Bay if anybody wants to
I'll
bet.
take
it.
Kansas City, and I'll take a beer chug because Eric's not drinking here until April.
Brian,
I'll just
2
put
beer
one on my
chugs.
tab. No, let's put one on
What?
my tab.
2 beer chugs.
Okay. They'll have to be pretty early on, though, or something. So, but yeah.
Well, immediately after the
wake
game.
and bakes. That doesn't mean that, but
Immediately after the game,
I'll Snapchat you me chugging
Yeah.
2 beers or something.
or me chugging 2, depending on who wins.
All right,
so
well, I'm gonna jump
the bet
in
right
too,
now,
and I'll do 2 if when I start drinking again.
who are you taking?
Kansas City.
All right, so it's me versus you 2.
Yep.
So I'll go 4 then.
If you want.
I feel like we're just enabling your bad habits. So.
I'm thirsty.
Can we make it 8?
Can I hear? Can,
What is this, Irish poker?
Do I hear 16? Irish
I hope we don't
poker.
hear
We haven't played
16.
that in a while. Eric, when you drink again, for those drinking at home, Eric's not drinking because he's focusing on 1, dieting and exercise, and 2, the tax season, being a cooking accountant.
Yeah,
So,
I don't really have time for that.
yeah, he doesn't even have time for this.
No,
I
he
really
just
don't.
wants to remember in case he needs to, like, testify or something in court. So-
Testify. No, so, all right, so this is the bet. Me, Tampa Bay, versus you 2.
Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Kansas City wins. I'll take 4 beer chugs.
Okay.
Again, I feel like we all just want like a good game or something.
Yeah.
Where we don't want another like
I
we don't want a Seahawks Broncos.
I don't want to Seahawks Broncos. I don't want a
want
Rams
Patriots.
Patriots.
Yeah.
No.
I don't want a Rams Patriots.
No, that one was pretty brutal too.
even though my Patriots won. But what I want, so y'all win.
I mean, it was good that it was
I don't know. I feel like the Rams lost it.
You know what? Since you guys are the favorites, I'll do 3 beer jugs for if KC wins.
and I'll do 2 or something.
And you both do 2, so
Okay.
you'll do 2 tomorrow if Tampa Bay wins.
Yeah.
And Eric, when you finally drink, you'll do 2.
All right, sounds good.
all right.
Yeah. It would be it would be confirmed on our Snapchat page, whoever's chugging. So if I'm chugging 3 tomorrow, I will post it on our Snap story.